Hello and welcome to my awesome health journey. I am, of course, Brett Dupree, and this is my awesome health journey. Look at me finding my remote on my camera to make me nice and zoomed in so you don't have to see some of the mess behind me. Today I am going to, well, first I just want to start out. Yesterday I was coming home with, of course, McDonald's because I do that from time to time. And this lady was nice enough to tell me how well I'm doing and how great I look. That she's been, watching me come home in my workout stuff and notice the changes, and it's nice to hear because I don't see them. I still see a fat tub of goo every time I look in the mirror. Try to take some pictures to see changes, and still couldn't really see any. But I know I'm getting smaller, especially when I try to put my seatbelt on, and that used to go around my stomach and be hard to put in, and now it's easy and not good. There's like inches of space. But that's not what this video is about. This video is actually about me finally sucking up and buying a Medicline pillow. Medicline, I don't know why I keep on wanting to add the I. Medcline is a pillow that has a big sleep system. It has this 30-degree pillow, this body pillow, and this little insert that you put in, and it has this hole, and you're supposed to put like your arm in there, and it's good for shoulder pain. And apparently they have one for acid reflux. I've been thinking about buying that pillow for a long time. A long time ago, back in high school, I used to wrestle. I was a wrestler. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. It's not even how you look in wrestling. Mostly, probably because can't really. I have it too high. Well, anyway, yeah, I was a wrestler, and I wrestled this dude. I can't remember his name right now, but he was a mountain of a man. He was like at least 5'11" and just brick, just weightlifter type dude, just pure solid muscle. And he had like what I like to call non-functional strength, being that he was really good at lifting weights, but when it came to actually using that strength to do anything, he sucked. I mean, I was a sophomore, and I think he was a grade above me or 2 grade. I think he was a senior when I was a sophomore. Either way, I kicked his butt constantly. He was easy. He was stronger than me, which is rare for me because of my strength. But it's not really bragging, honestly. It's mostly genetics. Just my dad puts on muscle easy. His dad puts on muscle easily. And yeah, and there's still, and my mom's side is also decently athletic as well. So I just had good genes for putting on muscle on my body. But in trying to do swim moves, which was one of my favorite moves. Maybe I was a junior at the time. I remember it. I'm trying to remember if it was a junior or sophomore. Anyway, I was trying to swim moves, and I heard a crack on my shoulder because it was hard to move because he was freaking strong. And then it happened to my other shoulder in the same freaking day. And ever since then, I just had constant shoulder pains. Of course, I never wanted to go to the doctor because I wanted to keep on wrestling, and I could soldier on because that's how I looked at pain. Be a man. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm joking, but that was part of my being manly, was being able to suck up pain. Also hurt my hip once. That was a bad week, but the shoulder probably would have took me out of the wrestling for the rest of the year. I probably would need surgery. I remember I couldn't throw a ball afterwards. I had to relearn to throw, so I think I tore a muscle somewhere. I might even tore my rotator cuff a little. I don't know. I've never checked. But saying that, every once in a while my shoulders will hurt, and they'll hurt a lot, and then it goes away, and so I just never dealt with it. And so what that sucks though is sleeping. Ever since I had to sleep on my side, that I got my CPAP machine, I have shoulder pain, and about a month ago my right shoulder started hurting. I think I told you about it. I reached over in the kitchen, as you do, and my shoulder just started hurting. That was the day. It was awesome. I was filling my foot bath or something. I like to I think I was soaking my sheets. I like soaking my sheets for watching them. I was filling it, and that's when I felt that sting in my back. Then I reached over, and my shoulder hurt. And I like to flip. I have a pillow cube, actually, because just to try to reduce the pain in my shoulders, especially being big. That's a lot of weight to put on them. And so I bought a pillow cube. I bought a small one because it was cheaper. And then I was like, I toss and turn a lot, and toss and turning on a small one sucks, so I bought a big one for more expensive, like $100, because I don't want to spend that much money on a pillow. It's annoying, and it's like so much money. But finally this month I did it. I took the plunge and I was like, I'm going to buy a Medicline pillow. And that was because my shoulders hurt. And the thing is like sleeping on my left shoulder the entire freaking time rather than switching night to night also causes strain on it. And so last night was my first time sleeping on a Medicline pillow. I'll probably do a review in a week or two about how I did it. I mean, my first night's sleep on a Medicline pillow was weird in a sense. I mean, number one, I feel like I should have got the large instead of the medium small, because like you're supposed to put your knees in between this big pillow that kind of this body pillow, which almost feels nice. It feels like I have someone to hold. But and that was just awkward and weird. It's kind of like sleeping in a fetal position. But yeah, it was odd. And I just could not go to sleep. Plus, now that I was doing something new, it made me think about going to sleep. And the worst thing about trying to go to sleep is thinking about sleep. But it was the first night. And I slept on my left side, so I had my left side underneath. And when I woke up, my left arm was completely out. And I was like just kind of cuddled into the body pillow, which is this big U with it's more like a J actually. It's a big J, and the J comes with the body, and you have a little one. But almost it feels kind of comforting in a sense, because it does feel like someone's kind of like holding you. And I think that's the two things I did notice the first day. Number one, having the incline and having the body pillow kind of forces my instead of being kind of crunched like this, right? It kind of forces my body like this. And one thing that actually made it hard to sleep is because it was so easy to breathe. I felt like I was just feeling energized from laying down on my side and feeling so much oxygen in my body. So that's going to take some getting used to, because I could breathe more rather than, I guess, having one of my lungs collapsed on the weight, just having like that. And number two, maybe because of that being able to breathe, last night I slept through the night, which is something that hasn't been happening. I've been waking up consistently at 3, at 2 a.m., at sometimes 5 a.m., like an hour I'm supposed to wake up, and not have to go back to sleep. And I woke up to my alarm going off, and it was just like, wow. And not only that, maybe it's because of being able to breathe better without having it being the crunch. My phone with my watch, come on, can you see it? Come on, do it. Yay, look at that, my Bitmoji. My watch has this way it monitors my sleep. So I've been looking at my sleep score because I want that to get better and better and better. And my sleep score last night, even though I only slept like for 5 and so minutes, because it took me so long to get to sleep, but it was like an 80 sleep score. I haven't hit 80 yet, and that's because my deep sleep and my REM sleep were both long. They're both like what they're supposed to be. So my physical recovery and my mental recovery were top notch last night. And so that surprised me. And I did notice when I woke up that I did feel more rejuvenized than usual. So it's a weird combination. And another thing I don't like about it is that it's warm. And I really wish it was made from cooling materials, like because I bought the cooling pillow cube, and I always buy the cooling sheets because my body runs hot. And yeah, so I'm interested to see what life is like in a week or two with this pillow. So far, I hate it, but because it makes it hard for me to go to sleep. I actually end up using the big long pillow cube as my knee blanket, so that helps the hips rather than the big body pillow. Maybe eventually I'll get used to it. We'll see. I'm going to continue to try to do this and continue to work on, I mean, I got to remember, like my bed, I bought a purple mattress, and that took me about 2 weeks for my body to get used to. I was afraid that I was going to have to try to get a refund because it was hurting my hips, but after 2 weeks I felt fine. The same with my CPAP. That took me like 2 weeks to get used to, but that was still, heads over tails better than pre-CPAP life. So yeah, so I'm actually while I do not like it at this point, only because of the heat and the fact that like the knee thing doesn't work, and I wish I got large. I am hopeful that I will grow to like it. Um, yeah, it's like an arranged marriage, in a way, and that. But the fact that I continue to just get better sleep, that's just gonna improve my quality of life. Uh, Almost probably as much as all the working out has. It'd probably be like the second best thing that happened to me if I can continually to get more REM and deep sleep because of this pillow. My next video will be a glowing recommendation because that is so important. We do not value sleep enough in our society, American society, probably because you can't make money while you're sleeping, unless you invest. But yeah. But you know what I mean. Even we have hustle culture out there, and you can't hustle and sleep. But the thing is, sleep is one of the best things for you. And so yeah, sleep. So yeah, basically I'm rambling at this point. Happy day, oh happy day, with a Medcline pillow helped me get my tired away. I don't know what I'm doing. Love you.